We are connected. We are Industry 4.0 focused. And together, we build the future. We are Penang, the Silicon Island of Asia, the hardware and innovation hub of the tech world. With the conducive business environment, we attract industrial titans to our shores. We continuously support SMEs in Penang by assisting local companies to move up the value chain and promote the culture of Silicon Valley startups. Centralizing business operations from global locations with future-ready global talents. We propel Penang to become the intelligent international hub in the digital economy. This is Penang, and the future is here.
Penang, a thriving smart city with countless job opportunities. It's a city with a natural beauty like no other. What do I love about this city? Let me show you. No matter where I go, I am digitally connected by the smart city technologies and services that make living easy and fast. At the Central Business District, I have access to all the banking and commerce services I need while soaking up all the fun and delicious offerings around me. People like you and I can enjoy a balanced working lifestyle in Penang, with plenty of upcoming job opportunities in many different industries. And the warm hospitality for a newcomer like me, I can't imagine working anywhere else. My weekends are never boring. One moment I could be here, at the beach, trying on new sports and activities, getting into last-minute fun with my friends. I am never running out of things to do. With world-class healthcare and top-notch international education, from schools to colleges and universities. Penang is a global city that charms you right away, from arts, culture, food, and people. My name is Daniel from Johor, and this is my Penang, my workplace.
Constantly changing consumer demand, supply chain constraints, network security concerns, the acceleration of market-disrupting technologies. These are just some of the forces driving the complexity of doing business today. Add to that complexity the unprecedented pressure to ensure pervasive and uninterrupted connectivity and bandwidth, and the convergence of technologies in our day-to-day lives as the world faces a pandemic with unforeseen global impacts. The world is changing quickly, and doing business is more difficult than ever. Jabil has a distinct advantage in this environment. Not only does our diversified portfolio of end-market experience and expertise keep our business sound and dependable, but our customers can also take advantage of our diversification and industry leadership to bring innovative solutions to their customers. With over 260,000 of the most talented people in the industry, we strive to be the most technologically advanced and trusted manufacturing solutions provider. We combine an unmatched breadth and depth of end-market experience, technical and design capabilities, manufacturing know-how, supply chain insights, and global product management expertise to enable success for the world's leading brands. And we are driven by a common purpose to make a positive impact for each other, our communities, and the environment. Jabil, made possible, made better.
At Jabil, our differences are what unite us.
They give us strength and make us better.
And by creating a culture where every employee feels valued and heard,
Jabil benefits from everyone's ideas, skills, and engagement. Our diverse workforce involves many different countries,
cultures,
and generations,
all contributing unique experiences and abilities
to derive solutions for today's challenges
and create opportunities for tomorrow.
At Jabil, everyone is welcome. Everyone can be their true self.
True self.
True self.
It's better for our customers and our business.
It's better for the communities we work in.
And of course, it creates a better workplace for all of us.
And for a diversity and inclusion culture to thrive,
we all have a role to play.
What can you do? Get educated.
Get educated on what diversity and inclusion means.
Value our differences.
Value the unique differences of your colleagues.
Create and be part of an environment where people are heard
and their ideas valued.
So now, let's get to work.
Now let's get to work.
Let's go to work. Let's all make a commitment to
value diversity.
We will welcome differences
and unite together.
As Mark Mandelo, our CEO, shared,
I fully support never-ending focus on diversity and inclusion.
It makes Jabil stronger and more relevant.
Plain and simple.
Plain and simple.
Plain and simple.
What drives the world towards a better tomorrow? Innovation. As the Internet of Things becomes more widespread, innovation is the force that drives the world, a force that inspires change. At Pentamaster, innovation is the unrelenting force that drives us. Founded in 1991 in Penang, Malaysia, Pentamaster has become synonymous with quality automation solutions. Over the years, we have spearheaded the industry with customized automation solutions for a wide array of applications. As a company that prides itself on excellence, our vision is to provide world-class automation solutions to the semiconductor and manufacturing industries across the globe. In our mission to deliver high-quality and cost-effective products with value-added services, we bring a competitive edge to our customers through our core competencies in mechanical engineering design, designing systems to push the boundaries of technology, software programming technology, breathing life into design systems operating on desired behaviors, control engineering and technology, designing the interconnectivity and powering state-of-the-art automation intelligence, vision imaging technology, providing cutting-edge technology in vision solutions for manufacturing industries, optic design technology for advanced sensor testing, electronic and instrumentation design, creating instruments for various uses by applying the art and science of measurements, and project management, overseeing with scrutiny to ensure all projects are completed with precision and excellence. Pentamaster is a global supplier that provides a one-stop, end-to-end service for standard and customized automation solutions in various industries. The semiconductor industry, automated manufacturing solutions, hospital and nursing home equipment, consumer end products, and LED test solutions. At Pentamaster, we are dedicated to providing exceptional customer service. We also believe that change is the only constant. Hence, we constantly evolve our services and offerings to provide the very best for our customers. We know that these achievements are only made possible by our people. In return, we provide our employees with facilities and activities for their enjoyment and well-being. Starting from our home in Malaysia, we have expanded our wings to Asia Pacific, Europe, and the Americas. This remarkable journey has brought us from milestone to milestone. As a dynamic team, we have acquired strategic partnerships and been conferred with various awards for technological innovation, entrepreneurship, quality products, and commendable business performance. Pentamaster. When it comes to automation solutions, think of innovation that pushes the boundaries of technology. Think of state-of-the-art capabilities that cater to the most minute detail. And think of a global network that is capable of supporting your every need. Think automation. Think Pentamaster.
세계는 굉장히 넓어요. 특히 저는 도전적이고 항상 새로운 것들을 추구를 해왔어요. 그래서 대학 졸업 후에도 저는 미국이나 유럽에서도 일할 경험들을 가지고 있었는데 제가 생각했던 것보다 외국 생활들은 더 상상 이상이었어요. 그렇지만 결국에는 저는 페낭을 선택했습니다.
On the top, yeah, you can see.
저도 처음에는 잡 오퍼를 받았을 때 확실치가 않았어요. 왜냐하면 처음 들어보는 회사이기도 하고 커리어 개발에 도움이 될지 확실치가 않았거든요. 근데 시도를 해보지 않으면 모르잖아요. 그래서 저는 지금 텔레퍼포먼스 말레이시아에 있습니다. 저는 분석적인 사람이고 어떻게 보면 완벽주의자에 가까워요. 그래서 이 회사가 저한테 잘 맞는 것 같아요. 네, 무엇을 도와드릴까요? 특히 이 회사는 점점 커져가고 있고 가장 큰 장점은 커리어 개발 기회가 많다는 점이에요. 그래서 저는 지금 이곳에 있는 게 굉장히 행복합니다. 텔레퍼포먼스 말레이시아는 페낭에 있습니다. 특히나 회사 근처에는 다양하게 지낼 곳들이 많은데요. 저 같은 경우는 매일매일 걸어서 출근을 하고 있어요. 이곳에는 레스토랑이나 카페 외에도 대형 병원이나 큰 마트들이 많기 때문에 사시는 데 굉장히 편리합니다. 저는 굉장히 활동적인 사람이에요. 그래서 페낭 생활이 저한테 굉장히 잘 맞는 것 같아요. 주로 저 쉬는 날에는 바닷가에 가서 태닝을 하거나 휴가 때는 휴양지에 가서 쉬다 오는 편인데 저는 페낭의 바닷가를 굉장히 좋아하는데요. 특히 이곳 바투페링기를 굉장히 좋아해요. 보시다시피 정말 한적하고 너무 많은 사람들이 북적거리지 않아서 충분히 즐길 수 있다는 게 최대 장점이에요. 저는 일주일에 한 번 정도는 꼭 나가서 노는 편인데 특히나 한 달에 한 번 정도는 섬에 가서 좀 쉬다 오는 편이에요. 제일 자주 가는 곳은 랑카위나 태국의 푸켓 같은 데 많이 다니거든요. 저는 특히나 이제 바다를 좋아하기 때문에 저는 페낭의 이 다양한 점들이 굉장히 좋아요. 그래서 특히나 친구들이랑 밖에 나가서 쉬거나 맛있는 걸 먹는 게 굉장히 행복하거든요. 이게 제가 원했던 삶인 것 같아요. 일과 삶의 밸런스가 있는 것? 페낭 참 좋아. Cheers! 내 선택은 맞았어요. 당신은요?
We are connected. We are Industry 4.0 focused. And together, we build the future. We are Penang, the Silicon Island of Asia, the hardware and innovation hub of the tech world. With the conducive business environment, we attract industrial titans to our shores. We continuously support SMEs in Penang by assisting local companies to move up the value chain and promote the culture of Silicon Valley startups. Centralizing business operations from global locations with future-ready global talents. We propel Penang to become the intelligent international hub in the digital economy. This is Penang, and the future is here.
Good morning and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us for the Onwards and Upwards Explore New Career number 2, brought to you by InvestPenang and Penang Cap Center in the collaboration with ManpowerGroup. My name is Lian from InvestPenang. I'll be your MC for today's session. Before we start, I would like to seek for your cooperation to fill in the pool appeared on your Zoom screen. This would help us in bringing you better webinars or events in the future. For your information, Onwards and Upwards Explore New Career is a webinar series that's going to be organized throughout the year, and we are thrilled to collaborate with our industry partners to promote Penang as a preferred career destination. Through this webinar, we hope that participants will be able to get up close and personal with Penang's industry leaders in discovering new jobs opportunities and learn how you can advance your career in Penang. Before introducing the speakers, here's some notes for all participants. The webinar is being recorded and is scheduled to last for 1.5 hours including Q&A session. Webinar participants will be in listen and view only mode during the presentations. If you would like to ask any questions during the webinar, feel free to type your questions and specify your question to which speaker in the Q&A feature on your Zoom screen. We will answer your questions during the Q&A session. A recording of this webinar will be made available on InvestPenang's website at www.investpenang.gov.my and Penang Cap Center's Facebook page. Let me quickly go through the agenda we have today. We will start off the sharing session with Ms. Dalvinder's sharing, followed by Mr. S.J. Tan's. After that, we will show a short video entitled My Penang, My Workplace, Sky's the Limit. We will continue with Mr. C.B. Chuah's sharing, and last but not least, sharing by Mr. Kaur. After all the sharing, the session will continue with a 15-minute Q&A session, moderated by Dato, and this webinar is expected to end at 12 noon. Now, without further ado, I would like to introduce our distinguished speakers. First, let me introduce our moderator for the Q&A session after all the sharing. We have Dato Lian, CEO of InvestPenang, as our moderator for today's webinar. Dato Lu is the Chief Executive Officer of Invest in Penang Berhad. As the principal investment promotion agency and a wholly owned company of the state of Penang, InvestPenang is the point of contact for investors, providing facilitation support to foreign and local businesses, as well as policy advocacy. At state level, Dato Lu is a member of the KPI Task Force of the Penang Development Corporation and a member of the selection committee of the Penang Future Foundation. She is also the chairperson of Penang I4 Seed Fund Evaluation Committee. Dato Lu has more than 25 years of industry background in various sectors of the manufacturing industry. She has led companies in strategic planning, project management, operations, business development, supply chain management, customer strategies, and international business migration. Our first speaker today is Ms. Dalvinder Kaur, Director of Corporate Affairs of ManpowerGroup. Dalvin has extensive experience in the recruitment industry spanning over 20 years. She has been recognized for being global recruiting leaders, leading in strategy recruiting efforts across Europe, ASEAN, Greater China, Korea, and Japan. Dalvin embraced her experience with ManpowerGroup Malaysia and is one of the pioneers with 18 years experiences gained. She adopts a motivational management style approach and has a reputation for building and retaining highly motivated recruitment team members. She and the team handles the entire recruitment for ManpowerGroup. Next, we have Mr. Tan Siu Chin, Managing Director of Jabil. Mr. Tan is the Managing Director for Jabil Penang and oversees over 14,000 Jabil employees. He is responsible for the P&L of the plant, serving customers in automotive, capital equipment, computing and storage, diagnostic, defense and aerospace, energy, industrial, medical services, networking, smart home appliances, and telecommunications industry. SJ has held several leadership positions over the course of his tenure at Jabil. With a wealth of experience in business management and manufacturing operations, SJ has been instrumental in leading the plant's strategic and operational quality management strategies and driving business expansion. His mission is to grow talent, enhance training, and career pathing for employees to make Jabil an employer of choice. Our third speaker is Mr. Chuah, the Executive Chairman of Pentamaster. Mr. Chuah was appointed to the board of Pentamaster in 2002 and is currently the Executive Chairman. He is a professional engineer and co-founder of Pentamaster Group. Prior to setting up of the group, he served as an automation engineer for National Semiconductor and Intel Technology Malaysia. With his vast experience in the design and manufacturing of automation equipment and vision inspection system, he has developed the group to its present level of success, from a simple automation house to a high technology group, specializing in providing factory automation equipment and system and information communication technology solutions to industrial and commercial customers. For his personal recognition, he won the first Malaysian Ernst & Young Emerging Entrepreneur of the Year Award, Malaysia 2002. Then we have Mr. Gan Sochat, Vice President of Human Resources of Teleperformance Malaysia. Mr. Gan is currently the Vice President of Human Resources for Teleperformance Malaysia. He has held various leadership positions in his illustrious career in HR and rewards within high-tech, semiconductor, telecommunication, and FMCG industries. He has a total of 25 years HR experience, specializing in the full spectrum of HR management and compensation and benefits. In his current role, Gan worked extensively on business development in supporting business growth and driving HR transformation initiatives on high-tech, high-touch implementations. Gan is known as a strategic integrator in aligning HR strategies with strong business acumen. Now, without further ado, I would like to invite Ms. Dalvinder from ManpowerGroup to start off the session by sharing a quick overview of hiring landscape in Penang. Please welcome Ms. Dalvinder.
Thank you so much, Lian. I'm just getting the video. Can I have permission, please? So thank you, Lian. Today I would like to speak about the talent and the landscape, particularly in Penang. So good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. And here we are to speak about what is the landscape in Penang. All right. So before I want to go into the slide, let me share with you what is my thoughts and how things are for the moment. So for being a candidate, applying for a job can be difficult and daunting task for anybody, especially during this pandemic, as the COVID-19 health crisis and continued lockdown in many markets. And they are posing unparalleled challenges to people and business around the world. So because of this situation, we are not able to supplement the local workforce with foreigners because of the restriction of travel. So that means we have more demand and we are increasing the demand, and we are coming out of this lockdown. There is a demand which has been increased. So what I'm trying to say, the job is there. So we have more jobs coming up, and we have started to see the ramp up within my client space as well. Even within the Manpower Group, we are seeing there's a lot of job opportunity, especially when you're coming from the accounting or the administration. So this is the job positions that which is available in Penang. and you all will be most welcome to apply for it. Yeah. So just to share with you all as well for this position, because of whatever COVID situation is happening, people are thinking they have the tendency, they do not have a job available. But trust me, I have a lot of clients who have ramped up by giving them more opportunity because the demand has increased. So, so just to go to the next slide, you can see it's a type of, the demands you see is basically in the manufacturing side and also on the sales side. So the demand is there. So what we are looking is for you all to apply the job which is much more suited for you. So when you are applying for a job, it's very important for you to, see what jobs that suited you well, right? So this is how, usually I advise to my candidates. So when you're applying for a job, first of all, go through the job description. Doesn't mean if you are, you only fit like about 70%, you are not allowed to apply for the job, because there's a lot of time where the companies are open for the reskilling or upskilling kind of training as well. So be confident when you're applying for the job. So this is something that you can go through, from our web page as well to see which job will be suitable for you, especially when you're coming down to Penang. Right? So, and also just to share with you all my experience, it was in Penang as well. There was a cartridge manufacturing plant where, during the COVID situation in March 2020 till May, had a very limited level of production due to COVID-19 lockdown. After the lockdown was lifted, the company required a massive hiring of 150 technicians. So for me, yes, go for it, look for it, especially when there is a CAD centers opening, go there and look for the job opportunities which is available. So if you can go to the next slide. Thanks, Lian. Okay. So if you are coming out from Penang, let me tell you, Penang is a beautiful place, state to stay. I have a lot of my clients especially from overseas, they always have Penang as their second home. So how do we increase the pool, right, in Penang? So we, we would like to invite candidates, especially out of Penang, to move to Penang. I know it is a big decision for you all to make, but here are some of the reasons why Penang is a nice place to work and live. So it's not only the climate. Yes, Malaysia will have the same climate, throughout everyone in the state. But the thing is the opportunity. If you see in the market, and also in Penang particularly, they have set up new companies. There's a lot of new opportunity. So I suggest that, please, whenever you have in your mind that you want to move to a different state, please have Penang as one of your go-to place as well. So next, Lian, thanks. So in this slide, the demand for technical and digital skills is growing, especially across all the functions. So yet employers place increasing value on human skills as automation skills and machines proves better at routine tasks. So just to share with you all, the skills are evolving much faster rate than ever before. So the transferable skills become super important, right? So when it becomes super important, you have to have the ability to do something to learn the new skills. So it's very important that what are you looking at, because depending on what is needed, all right, so there is a percentage of jobs that are going to be around for 5 years, which will not exist today. All right, so we also say that the universities are not churning out the degrees, but into some extent, yes, because the skills are evolving. So by the time, for example, cyber security, it takes years before you can see the output for the fresh graduate. What can we do? So we are talking about facilitating, bridging the gap. So we will facilitate the evaluation of the skill set of the workforce, whether the candidate or the employer willing to develop on the existing or the new employees. So just to share, in the old days, right, when I got my job, I will work with one company and my company will do the training in-house. But the reality is that nowadays, employers are looking for those who can hit the ground. So the training budget has been lesser than before. So there where we can find, here in Manpower Group, we help them through our academy. So let me share with you the next slide. Lian. Okay, so here, if you can see, is the K curve, right? The skills are transforming. So what are we looking at? How do we get more people into the workforce? Now, with us, we believe that requires a number of things. So number one, we have to rethink the expectation on the labor, or what is expected in terms of talents-based availability, rather than a perfect situation. So for candidates, I always will say, pick up courses, right? There's a lot of free courses. Go for it. And you never know, because of the courses, you will be landing to a job, which is your dream job, right? So we're going to have like a commit for some, or retraining or rescaling from a completely different industry, or from same industry, but different job. So for example, again, talking about my own experience, I have, roles in Manpower Group, I think more than 8 roles. Because when I started as a junior consultant, what I did, I then got promoted to a different role, assistant branch manager, example. So in that Manpower Group, because we have 4 entities, I have actually now know the whole 4 entities. So same goes with you. So the opportunity is there, right? So always ask the question to the employer as well. Can I try this new stuff? I've just got this training done. So always ask that question. So what are we looking is actually the aptitude. That's very, very important. So the third element is to able to invest in young talents with no experience, right? So you all are young talents. So we want to invest on you all. So now at Manpower Group, we will be able to facilitate that process so that our clients are not having to carry the burden to training and deployment by themselves. So what we are trying to say, we are playing an important part across this for all these areas to support our clients and all our potential candidates. Yeah, so it's the importance that where we will see that we will be helping them to bridging the gap. Right, so Jens, the next slide, please. Here, what of our Manpower Group track record? Yeah, so the situation is not sustainable. Let me give you one example what we have done. It's the same client in Penang as well. I had an associate. Associate means our employee. He was actually a trolley pusher. But that trolley pusher job has made redundant. So we had many people there. And I had another project in Penang which requires administration and finance. So what we have done is we actually trained this trolley pusher. We have put few of them, and it was into our surprise, there was 2 persons who actually passed the assessments after the training provided for the administration and finance. So this is what we are talking about, transferable skills, where we have actually trained and deployed over 2,100 graduates from 90 universities across the Malaysia. So what it means, being a trolley pusher has nothing to do with admin and finance. So just imagine how can these trainings help individual like yourself, right? So you need to be adjusting the expectation, align the market, what is market able to offer at the point of time, right? So this is where we will want to help you all to bridge the gap. So on the slide 8, the next slide, this is the typical life cycle of our academy. So the evaluation is not exclusive to client, but also to our candidates. We are helping the employers and the candidates, right, to find the right candidates. So we want to make a balance. But we want our candidates there to be prepared and productive in the workforce. Right? We are helping them to upgrade their skills. So make sure you all are prepared when you start to hunt for a job. So find a solution, come to us, speak to us, and we will be able to share with you how do we go about it. Right? Ultimately, the benefit is for both for our clients and also again, as I say, to the candidates, because this is how we can grow their business. And for candidates, which we support to make sure that you are at the right job, for us to make sure you are productive and continue to learn and develop to increase your income. That is our main motive. So, and of course, by having this, you have the right balance. The economy, Malaysia economy will definitely grow when you hit it right. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. So this is the, the portal that you can go through where you can apply for a job. We also have a post-pandemic job hunting guide where I think it's very useful to all our candidates. And I really want you all to go through this because it will help you all. Because we have come to the time where people used to travel to go overseas for meetings, but now everything is done virtually. Now even we are doing this virtually, right? So it's very important for you to go through, and I suggest if you have any question, please feel free to contact us. Thank you.
Thank you, Dalvin.
Most welcome. Yeah.
Just a reminder to all the participants, if you would like to ask any question during the session, please feel free to type your question in the Q&A feature on the Zoom screen. We will answer the question during the Q&A session. Thank you. Moving forward, we have Mr. S.J. Tan, the Managing Director of Jabil, for his sharing. Please welcome Mr. Tan.
Hi, good morning. And a very good morning to our organizer, Dato Lian, CEO of InvestPenang, and the team, and also my fellow industry leaders who are here. First of all, thank you again to InvestPenang for organizing this webinar, Onwards and Upwards to Promote Penang. We are very, very pleased to be here. And on behalf of Jabil, I'm SJ again as in the capacity of a Managing Director of Jabil Penang. Okay, next slide, please. So a bit about Jabil. Jabil is a EMS company, electronics manufacturing services, and we were founded in Michigan, US in 1966, about more than 55 years ago. We have about 54 million square feet of manufacturing space worldwide, where we are situated in 100 over sites around the world. We have 260,000 dedicated employees, and we have a very tenured management team. Later in the slides, my presentation, I'll talk a bit about this tenured management team. And Jabil finished our fiscal year 20 with $27.3 billion in total revenue. Next slide, please. Yes. So in terms of these 100 sites around the world, you can see that we have sites within Asia, Europe, Middle East, Latin America, as well as North America. Asia, our mega sites are in China, which is like Shanghai, and also in Asia, Penang is a mega site, and I'll talk more about that in my later slide, as well as Ho Chi Minh in Vietnam is also a big site for Jabil, and also again the various other companies, other sites around the world. Next slide, please. I'd like to introduce Jabil Penang through a video that we made in-house, but this was taken before the COVID pandemic, but do please take a look.
In the face of rapid advancing technologies, evolving business models and ever-changing consumer demands, business is getting more complex, challenging, and risky. Above all, there is an unprecedented pressure to accelerate, get ahead, and innovate with market-disrupting solutions. With over 100 sites across 4 continents, Jabil has the global expertise and experience to provide cutting-edge solutions for the most complex of challenges, from engineering to manufacturing and a global supply chain. Located in the Bayan Lapas Free Trade Zone in Penang, Malaysia, Jabil's first Asian site was founded in 1995, taking advantage of a world-class supply chain, skilled labor, and business-friendly government. Jabil Penang has grown by leaps and bounds to become a world leader in electronic manufacturing services. With multiple state-of-the-art facilities run by more than 10,000 employees, Jabil Penang offers a competitive edge in a wide spectrum of industry-specific services, including high-level assemblies. Jabil Manufacturing provides global expertise and intelligent supply chain management, while Jabil Healthcare brings innovative solutions to healthcare and packaging industries. Our focus is on helping businesses spearhead their product development and traverse manufacturing barriers. Our commitment to deliver value to our customers with Class 100 clean rooms and drive continuous improvement within the organization is embedded in our Lean Six Sigma culture, led by dedicated Lean coaches and black belt holders across functions and departments. Jabil Penang has achieved excellent measurable results that translate to added value for our customers. Through our global business centers, we are able to simplify complexity, provide innovative IT solutions, protect our customers' intellectual property, and significantly enhance customer experience through a streamlined global supply chain management. In advancing operational excellence, Jabil Penang has embraced the Internet of Things through our proprietary e-dashboard system that offers seamless communication and real-time information sharing. With the e-dashboard, every employee is able to obtain real-time information at their fingertips, minimizing downtime while maximizing productivity. Technology is at the very heart of Jabil. Through state-of-the-art proprietary automation and poka-yoke processes, we help our customers achieve leadership and expand to new markets with increased speed, reduce latency, and minimize risks and costs. For quality, innovation, and operational excellence, Jabil Penang has been awarded various internationally recognized certifications and accredited by various regulatory bodies. Jabil Penang is leading the way as a one-stop center for customers in diverse industries. Apart from enjoying excellent logistics given the easy connectivity via land, sea, and air, we have also been consistently rated as having best-in-class operations by all our customers. At Jabil, we try to make the world a better place in the way we treat each other, give back to our local communities, and respect the environment. From idea creation, design, and development to manufacturing and delivery, our uncompromised commitment to excellence has made Jabil Penang the strategic partner of choice for customers the world over. Jabil, simplifying complexity, delivering value.
Okay, just now was the introduction of Jabil Penang with our various sites and various support that we do and the services to our customers. Now this is the tenured management team that I was referencing earlier. May I introduce Tim Main. Tim Main is our chairman of the board of directors. He's been in Jabil for 34 years, and he joined Jabil as a production control manager. Our current CEO, Mark Mandelo, he's been with Jabil almost 30 years, and he joined Jabil as a manufacturing supervisor in Jabil, Florida. Kim is a Jabil Penang employee. He was hired into Penang as a finance manager 13 years ago in 2008. And now Kim is the divisional CFO for our Jabil sector, and in fact also the VP of our GBS finance group. Okay, and Mike Dasdor is our CFO. He's been in Jabil 21 years, and he started Jabil as a regional controller out of Asia. And I myself, I joined Jabil 26 years ago as a test engineer. At that time, fresh out of college, fresh out of university, and from there grew from being a test engineer in a very technical area to be a business person, business in the business community, and then from there, then only come back in operations as the managing director, running all of our Jabil Penang site. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, so Jabil, we do support our customers in all these various many industries. In fact, even the most 5G equipments that are out, we do support them as well, and the various other industries that we support. Jabil Penang is what we call a very hybrid site, because we support all of Jabil's industries. So a very, very diverse customer base that we have. In my later slide, I will also show some of the products that we make, and then and introduce you to what we do for them. Okay, next slide, please. So more about Jabil Penang. So we just Jabil Penang. We are about $2.6 billion, and we occupy about 2 million square feet of production space. 2 million square feet comes to about more than 30 football fields if we've combined all of our sites together. We have 6 manufacturing plants, but we do have have like a warehouse and also a global business center, which I will talk about later. We established in Penang in 1995, about 26 years ago. Right now we have more than 14,700 employees, and again, the 2 million square foot that I talked about. Okay, next slide, please. This is just a very quick illustration of where we are within the various Jabil plants. You see the two Jabil, we see the 2 Penang bridges, and we are mainly on the island. But our newest plant, Jabil Batu Kawan, is up and running already. That we have about 1 million, close to 1 million square feet over in Jabil Batu Kawan. Right now, again, more than 14,000 employees, but by next year, we anticipate to be about 16,000 employees by then, and also probably hitting about $3 billion revenue. Next slide, please. So this is the Jabil Batu Kawan. This is the artist's impression, but if you go on to the next slide, we show on the location where we are within the Batu Kawan Industrial Park, very near to the IKEA and a design village. Also, there are various, housing developments around that area, and we are just situated right in the middle of all of that. Okay, next slide, please. So in terms of Jabil, Jabil is absolutely committed to making a difference in our communities. So even within Jabil, on Penang, we are investing working with the various universities and schools, in fact, where we promote the education. We show and we coach robotics. We show that some of the things that we have also learned while manufacturing products into some of the schools and the science fairs that we have. In terms of empowerment, we look at the various communities. We partner with them, and then we work with the we work on community projects and initiatives with the local government as well. And then the environment. We absolutely believe to be in being a responsible corporate citizen, and we look at how we maintain and make sure that we have the preservation of the environment within our communities. Okay, next slide, please. These are the top left picture is the picture of our production floor. This is where we have all the what you see is the SMT machines, the surface mount machines that we have, and these machines are the ones that build up the products that you see right beside it. We do have various networking products, some with the RF technology to fit into the metro and long haul network communication. These products are normally sold to telecommunication companies such as, like in Malaysia, Maxis Telecom, and the various other telecommunication companies around the world. May I draw your attention to the medical devices about the bottom left as well. These products are the ones we built for one of our customers, in fact, 2 of our customers, and those products are the ones that are used to test for COVID-19 viruses. Okay. Right. Next slide, please. Okay, next. This is more on our HR and in terms of developing our talent pipeline. We do have 2 groups of people that we take fresh out of college. One is, of course, the industrial trainees that have been working with us or training with us while studying, and of course also fresh grads that we have from the polytechnics and institutions and universities around Penang and Malaysia. For those that prefer international assignments, I'll talk a bit about that. I myself also had a couple of stints overseas in Jabil, San Jose, as well as Jabil, Ho Chi Minh. But those actually builds up our knowledge and our capabilities. So when we come back, we can do a lot more things for our company, for Jabil. And then we also look at hiring back to work women. For example, if let's say there are women who like to come back to the workforce, especially after taking care of the family, especially if after the children has grown up, or folks who are like coming out from this COVID pandemic would like to come back to work. We do reach out to folks like that. We also look at professionals who are working overseas, Malaysians or people from Penang who are working overseas who like to come back. We also reach out to them and then bring them back through Jabil Penang. And we also work with the various government agencies, and also of course with InvestPenang as well, to see if let's say there are any retrenchment of VSS by some companies. We will also employ those first as well with priority. Okay. Okay. This right here is our Jabil Batu Kawan site. We can see the state-of-the-art area where we have a lot of employee amenities for employees, as well as facilities, state-of-the-art facilities from engineering to design in that whole area. Okay. Next slide, please. This is on, what do our EITs say, the ones that either are fresh grads or folks who are coming back after they serve after been working with us as interns. A lot of their feedback is like gaining this practical, looking at how things that they have studied in the universities and in the schools, how it has become practical work, and we get feedback from not just from the technical team, but also from non-technical like HR, finance, and people from purchasing or planning. Okay, next slide, please. So we have various positions open, especially as I say, we are looking to grow more than 10% next year. And with that growth, we do have a lot of needs, not just from our within our group, but also for new hires. So the QR code is there. If anybody would like to take a quick scan of that, we will put you in touch with our HR team, our talent acquisition team. Okay, next slide, please. So we do have various talent and career development programs, and we do look at all facets of our employees, from operators who would like to enhance their skills and maybe perhaps may not have the resources to, we will invest in them. Actually, in my later slides, I'll talk a bit more about that, but for them to be even more skilled. And if they have career objectives of moving to a more how should I say, a more technical area, like being technicians or engineers and so forth, we also have programs for that. For those that are already engineers, or folks from finance or business that we hire in fresh grads, we do have programs also that looks at the individual's preference to grow within that department or that group or other groups, and career pathing to to a more management program, or that takes care of people, or looking towards a more technical or technically focused group, and depending again on the individual's preference. Okay, next slide, please. So this is where we look at the assistance, financial assistance that we do give to our employees, and who would like to further their skills, or to get enhance their academic qualifications, right? To get the degrees, masters or PhD. So we do have that within Jabil, and and in terms of the skills and knowledge and upgrading, we go through in-house training or partnership with universities to either get their micro degrees or their degrees. Okay, next slide. So this is just an example of the leadership program that I myself also went through when I was starting to be in management. And it's a very, very comprehensive course, and it just takes us through not just about the skills needed to develop, but also being very cognitive, to having an EQ knowledge as well. The other portion about cultural immersion, you can see that in terms of the cultural immersion, this is where like I went through as well, that you have opportunities to work in our Jabil plants around the world, and then after which, if let's say after gaining those experience, to come back to grow and progress within our organization, we absolutely encourage that as well. Okay, next slide, please. At Jabil, we do work hard, but we do play hard as well. You saw in the video as well our various sports and festival celebrations. Of course, all that was pre-COVID, but since COVID, we have kind of slowed down on that, just to make sure that all our employees are safe. After which, once we get out from the COVID situation, after our vaccination and so forth, the intention is to make sure that we start all this back. And again, the work hard, play hard cultural creed that we have is something that we make it alive with our employees. Okay, next slide, please. In fact, okay. All right, I think I think this is I think that there's another video after this that talks about the experiences of some of our people and the folks that have grown through our engagement, and we really want to look forward to inviting you to try and join Jabil and see how we can grow in our company. Okay, I'll pass it over back to the MC with this last video.
Saya bekerja sebagai seorang real operator. Sepanjang tempoh 23 tahun saya menerima banyak peluang, dan setiap peluang tu saya ambil sebagai peluang baik untuk memperbaiki kemajuan diri saya selama 23 tahun. Terima kasih. Daripada seorang real operator kepada senior line manager.
I want to say again, thanks Jabil, provide me a good environment to study and working. I worked at Jabil around 5 years. I was growing very much. When I joined Jabil, as a normal line technician, after that I was continue my study. I get my bachelor degree, and thanks for Jabil because they sponsor me the scholarship, and then I get full scholarship from Jabil. I complete all my study and I'm promoted to an engineer.
Hi, my name is Ravi Chandran. I'm working in Jabil past 10 years already. Joined as a technician in Plant 1. I have learned a lot of new technology. I'm taking care product. I'm as an engineer now. I need to thanks to management and Jabil because you give me a very good opportunity and also grow me until this level.
I feel very grateful because I get a good company.
Terima kasih Jabil kerana telah membawa saya daripada seorang manusia yang tidak mempunyai apa-apa kepada manusia yang lebih berjaya hari ini.
Really appreciate. Thanks, Jabil.
Thank you, Mr. Tan. I
Thank
believe
you.
all of us are very excited about Jabil's expansion and the job opportunities that created from this expansion. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Now, before we enter to the third sharing session, we would like to present to you the first video of our My Penang, My Workplace testimonial video series entitled Sky's the Limit. Please enjoy the video.
The industry that Penang has is not just limited to one scope, it's actually super diverse.
Penang has all these quite notable companies that provide me those kind of opportunities.
Hi, I'm Nadia. So I'm actually the Strategic Program Development Manager here at Clarivate, Malaysia.
I'm Guan Chin, and you can call me Casey, and I'm currently the Marketing Manager at Clarivate.
So to me, I wanted to break those kind of stereotypes. Of course, Penang is home. I wanted the chance to come back home and to say that, hey, despite all this, I can apply my education in different ways. Penang, I think, is a place that is very rich in different industries, right? Number one, we are an FTZ area. We're certified as an FTZ area. We have over 300 multinational companies based out here. So what I love about Penang, the fact that it's rich by itself culturally, whether it is with food, it is with the people, or even with nature, right? And it's the perfect cross balance between urbanization and heritage, I would say.
Where I live in now, I can just go to the cafe and grab a cup of coffee. Very convenient. And I think the price is also quite acceptable, reasonable.
When you live in a very high-end location, so irrelevant of your earnings, right, the expenses is still very high. But if you want to see some form of, to have some savings irrespective and have a good quality of life, Penang is the perfect choice for it.
I would say be bold, take a very bold step to settle in Penang because this state has its potential and its uniqueness.
There's always talent, better opportunities elsewhere, but Penang is a market that gives you that same opportunity with a better quality of life, with a very good cost of living. So take the chance, take the risk, and I'm sure that you would be happy with the end results. And this is my Penang, my workplace.
This is my Penang, my workplace.
Okay. Next, let's welcome Mr. Chuah Bin, the Executive Chairman of Pentamaster, for his sharing. Over to you, Mr. Chuah.
Thank you, Ms. Yen. Good morning, everybody, and excuse me. Thank you, InvestPenang. Yeah, sorry, having a cough. Good morning, everybody, and thank you, InvestPenang, for giving us the opportunity to share my company, Pentamaster. Pentamaster is a homegrown company. It started 30 years ago, and we like to be thankful to InvestPenang in the first place, because without all these multinational company and all the technology big company coming to Penang, and there was started about 30, 40, 50 years ago, and he bring a lot of changes, and he bring a lot of transformation to the local landscape, especially on the technology side. On the technology side, when I was first graduate from university, I got a job into National Semiconductor, and then I joined Semiconductor for 2 years, and then later I joined Intel for 2 years. And when I was working in these two multinational companies, I saw a lot of opportunity for local Penang night, to contribute to the whole total landscape of the economic growth of the Penang. So I was taking the courage, to leave Intel. As you know, Intel is a good company, and it's difficult to get in at that time, during 1990. So to quit the company was a hesitation for me. So I decided, why not take a challenge? And that's how Pentamaster was started. And Penta stands for Penang Technology Automation. That's how the name come about. And after 30 years, today we are listed in KL Stock Exchange, and also in 2018 we are also listed in Hong Kong Stock Exchange. And today we have two plants, one plant in Bayang Lepas and one plant in Batu Kawan. And total build area is about 300,000. And we are going to build another plant in Batu Kawan by second half of this year. And as of today, we have a 600 headcount. Out of this 600 headcount, we have 400 over engineers. And as for the company itself, I like to explain further. We are specialized in automation. Automation, designing the equipment, designing the software solution to support the manufacturing industry, such as semiconductor company, medical company, computer manufacturing company. Next slide, please. We are global present, and as of today, we have worldwide present. We have an office in US, we have office in Japan, we have office in China, and we have office in Taiwan, and we have an agency in Europe and in some of the country in Asia Pacific. Next slide, please. This is the corporate structure of Pentamaster. Under PCB, Pentamaster Corporate Berhad was listed in Malaysia Stock Exchange in 2003, and we formed PIL, Pentamaster International Limited in Hong Kong, and that was in Cayman Island. I was listed in 2018, and under PCB and under PIL, we have 4 subsidiaries. The key subsidiaries are the Pentamaster Instrumentation, Pentamaster Technology, Pentamaster Equipment Manufacturing, and Pentamaster Medicube. And these 4 subsidiaries are doing different things. Pentamaster Instrumentation was focusing more on instrumentation for measurement of test and measurement instrument. We developed test and measurement instrument to test IC, to test wafer, you know. And for technology, Pentamaster technology, we develop equipment, automated test equipment for semiconductor, for optical, smart devices. And equipment manufacturing, we do factory automation. This is where about, you know, we are talking about Industrial 4.0. And we provide a total turnkey solution, you know, from material handling to auto assembly. And Pentamaster Medical was a newborn maybe last year and is focusing on designing and manufacturing of medical devices such as IVC, pen needle. Next slide. And for the past 4-5 years, we have been recognized as a high growth company in Asia Pacific. Next. This is our the financial performance. We have been growing for the past 4-5 years. In 2013, our revenue only 67 million. And as of today, we are reaching out to 400 over million. And our target is to continue to grow our company. You know, in 5 years' time, we plan to hit more revenue. And this is a sector of focus. We have electro-optical. Electro-optical sector is covering the optical sensor, smart sensor. You know about all the smartphone, you're talking about proximity sensor, ambient sensor, LiDAR sensor. These are the area that we design the machinery, the test equipment, the automation to support our customer who manufacture the component to test their component. That's why in this area, we need a lot of optical engineer, automation engineer, software engineer, imaging programming engineers. And in the automotive, we also have designed the pick and place and also test solution to test the components such as IGBT, you know, and also some of the power devices. And then for the consumer sector, as I mentioned earlier, we do provide a complete turnkey solution to test like such as hair dryer, you know, assembly of computers, you know. These are the industry that we cover. Next slide, please. Okay, what do we need as a company, you know, to provide all this technology to my customer and all this solution to my customer? We need mechanical engineering, we need software programming, we need control engineering, we need electronic and instrumentation engineering people. We also need imaging engineer, and we also need a good, strong project management who is technical enough. And we also need somebody from who has experience in medical devices. And also we are looking for a good supply chain sourcing manager, you know, which is technical enough, because in our design, we do require a lot of sourcing of electronic, mechanical. These are the technical know-how, you know, supply chain, procurement personnel that we are looking for. Next slide, please. What are the technology that we are involved? The reason why I want to show this slide is because we are looking for engineer, electronic, imaging, engineer who has the skill set. You know, we will train them up to develop all this technology to support our customers, such as these are the far field tests, reflectance tests, time of flight, you know. These are the optical sensor technology that we require. And all these things are homegrown in Malaysia, and we have a senior engineer to guide. And to do this, we support most of our customers in US. Next slide, please. You know, in all the automation, you require what you call vision eye. Robots is blind. So you need imaging technology, imaging expertise, you know, to write program. So we have a strong team of programmer specialized in imaging. Vision imaging means you are responsible to write program, to do image analysis, and then to test all the such as mark, leak, package, you know, for the semiconductor devices. And also we are using robots, using vision to guide the robot movement for factory automation as well. Next slide, please. Okay, these are the imaging expertise that we are looking for, which we are involved in, and sadly to say, in Malaysia or in this world, and then difficult to find expertise engineers, you know, who are specialized in this field. What we do is like we hire them, we train them for 6 months, and then we put them on the job. And in Pentamaster, I welcome, you know, all the fresh grad, you know, who are studying electrical electronics, joining us, and then we will train you. We give you opportunity to involve in this niche market, niche technology, and this is a technology that is going to be very popular and going to be very in high demand, especially in the autonomous car industry, in the IoT industry, where you require a lot of smart sensor. You know, these are the technology that we need engineers, and we are proud to say that, you know, there are not many companies in this world are specialized in this field, and we have this opportunity to specialize in this field because we work with our customer closely for the past 4 or 5 years, and we do a transfer of technology in between Pentamaster and our customer. This is how we train our engineer, and most of our engineers do require to travel, and but due to this pandemic, I think now everything is based on online for discussion. Next slide, please. Okay, the range of business solution that we do. You see, these are the machine that we do. We need mechanical engineering to design this mechanical pick and place. And inside this machinery, this automated test assembly equipment, you require robotics programming, you need vision technology, you need control technology. And out of these 400 engineers that we have, currently we have 200 engineers are specialized in software, 100 engineers are specialized in control, and another 100 engineers are specialized in electronics. And actually out of these 400 engineers, we are still require more engineers in the field of opticals, and especially on the opticals in Malaysia education syllabus degree. We look at it, there are not many graduates are being trained in the optical field, and this is one thing you know, in Malaysia we are very lacking of. But in the country like Taiwan, Japan, and China, and university are really put an intensive training and churn up a lot of optical engineers, because today, as we mentioned earlier, IoT, those are the technology that you know, the whole world are looking at. Without this IoT technology engineers, I think being a company like Pentamaster, we cannot move forward to you know, a technology to catch up with the customer demand. Next slide. Medical automation. We also do medical automation. For example, you know, IVC, pen needle. We design a precision pick and place machinery to assemble the molded part together to form medical devices. This is mainly covering single-use medical devices. Next slide, please. We also design some, you know, medical equipment that used in hospital, such as a hygiene washer. Hygiene washer is a wheelchair washer. The Q flash is, you know, those are like, you know, for your human waste, instead of putting into a bedpan, you know, put in the pulp pan and then they macerate. And during pandemic time last year, we also designed some ventilator. So we are now in the process of getting FDA and MDA qualification. And we are, looking at the various type of the product and solution that we have. And it will be very interesting for young engineers to join us because there are a lot of opportunity for new field, new technology, and we also welcome internship to join us. During 3 months, 6 months, you will be seeing a lot of opportunity in terms of various fields of engineering, such as control, vision, software, mechanical. From here, you will know what is needed for you to become a complete engineering graduate. Thank you. Next slide. So we also do factory automation. Factory automation is to automate the whole production floor using robotics and using conveyor system. So we provide this kind of solution to my customer. Next slide, please. We skip the video. Okay, this video is to show you, what is factory automation, and then especially for young graduate, if you, you like automation, you like robotics, and these are the projects that we are involved for my customer. You will be involved to train to write program for robots, and robot is not just writing a program for the robots. Because for the robots, you need to have we call the end effector, how to handle different type of products. So for mechanical engineer, you'll be trained, to how to design a gripper, that is universal. And then robots are blind, and then how you're going to guide the robots to do pick and place. This is where the vision technology coming in. Okay. Besides this factory automation, we also now involved in warehouse automation solution. Where in the warehouse automation, as you know, currently warehouse very manual. People using forklift, people using operators to go and pick and place according to to the pick list. And this is very slow, especially in the fast-paced manufacturing process. You require automation where precision of parts gone, to do pick and place are very important. So we need a factory automation for the warehouse automation using robots to do pick and place according to your planning for your production. So these are the solutions that we have. The subsequent slide will show you Pink Space is our product name that we have developed for warehouse automation. And these small little robots moving around on top of the racking are the robots that we design and manufacture in Pentamaster. And this is where all the mechanical engineer, all the control engineer, all the IoT engineer are involved heavily. And it's a very interesting project. And for young graduates who like automation, who write robots, I think we welcome you to, apply to Pentamaster. You'll be exposed to this type of technology. So do enjoy the video, about 2 minutes. Have a look.
Chaos. Items are lost. Space is underused. Volume is spiking, but resources are lacking, and productivity is decreasing. We feel you. Fret not. Space to the rescue. It's an automated storage system with no aisles and no walking. Only Skycars and bins. Bins are stacked on top of each other. Skycars travel on top of the bins. And when an item is needed, Skycars pick up the bins and send them. One might say it's a more expensive vending machine, but it's not. It's a lot smarter than a vending machine. It's all about speed. It plans the fastest way to bring you all the items. It never gets tired after 24 hours. 24 hours? Well, because it swaps batteries by itself. It increases your picking productivity and accuracy, lowering the item loss probability. Well, aren't you happy? Well, we are not done yet. There's one more thing. When PinkSpace pairs with Space and Atom, warehouse management system and warehouse intelligence system, then it's a complete solution. Space manages your warehouse operation. Atom gives your data intelligence. A complete package. Within Atom, inbound productivity, picking productivity, packing productivity, employees productivity. It's all about increasing the warehouse operation efficiency. Warehouse Manager, you will love it. It's easy to use. Just search for viewing and decision making. No more exporting. PinkSpace is all about efficiency and scalability.
Okay, this PinkSpace is our latest. Can you go back to the next previous slide? PinkSpace is our latest, this warehouse automation product, and we are now going to expand this business, and that's why we are building another plant in Batu Kawan to further hire more engineering team to join us to develop this system. And this system will be deployed to all the factory, will be deployed to the online warehousing solution, e-commerce, e-fulfillment. Especially look at the pandemic, the demand for efficient warehouse is very crucial, is very essential, and very important part of the whole business cycle. And the demand for this automated warehouse, system are in high demand. And beside this robotic design and this system, we also require engineers who develop the database to keep track of the stock, which we call warehouse management system. And this is another area of engineers who love to involve in data scientist, data programmer. And that's why today you have data scientist course. And with all this data, you can create a lot of artificial intelligence, AI, intelligent for business decision making, artificial intelligence to make a smart decision to help your productivity. So these are the engineers we are looking for to further enhance our product. Okay, next slide. This is another example of what they call innovation that we have. We also venture into medical devices, manufacturing and design. With our mechanical expertise for the last 30 years, we set up another group to specialize in design of these medical devices, especially these are precision. You design and you do molding, and then we have the automation to assemble all these piece part, molded part together rather than using operators. So our manufacturing plant for the manufacturing of single-use medical devices will be fully automated. Rather than based on manual operators. Next slide, please. We also help our customer to do contract manufacturing services. Like what Jabil has shared just now. They have different set of customer. We do also have like a customer have their automation machine, and then we just build according to their print. And then we can do mass production for them with our expertise in automation. We have engineer, we have control. And then for us to go into this line is not difficult. Next. Okay, what are the challenge, rewarding, and some of the challenges, embark on the challenging, and we also have the job that given to you will be a lot of challenges. I mean, I want to be upfront because for young engineer, especially, you involved in this high-tech industry, you have to be sometimes you have to work very hard because a lot of problems you need to solve on time because time to market is very important. So it's a challenging position. I wouldn't say it's an easy position, but if you like technology and challenges, I think Pentamaster is the right place for you to learn a lot of things. And then we provide attractive salary packages, coverage of insurance, dental, and also bonus and performance incentive in such a way. Every quarterly, we have profit sharing, and we have flexi working hours for our engineers. And we also have a share award scheme. We given free share to our employee every year based on your OKR performance, objective key result that you have achieved. Next slide, please. Okay, the few following slide is just to flash through what are the jobs are available in Pentamaster. We need optical engineers, professional degree, master or bachelor in electrical electronics. Next slide. Mechanical engineer, we need a mechanical designer, good in 3D, CAD, and also mechanical calculation. Next slide. We also need a firmware engineer because we do instrumentation, we do tester, we need engineer to do firmware. These are like FPGA, develop firmware, and then ATE system, for camera, MOSFET, and then all these things will be, the engineer that we are looking for. Next slide. Hardware engineers means designing PCB, electronic circuit design for our test and instrumentation. Next slide. Automation engineers, doing PLC programming, doing C programming, doing HMI, human machine interface, Next slide. Okay, these are the website. Do visit, write to us, and then we welcome whether experienced or non-experienced graduate, just do write in and we'll call you up for interview, and we also allow you to do plant tour before you decided to join Pentamaster. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Chuah. And finally, let me invite Mr. Gan Sochat, Vice President of Human Resources of Teleperformance Malaysia, for his sharing. Please welcome Mr. Gan.
Hey, thanks, Lian. Okay, good morning, everybody. We are slightly over time, so I think I'll make my presentation short and sweet. Yep, next. Okay, so thanks to InvestPenang for the opportunity. I think we are pretty young as a company versus some of the speakers that more than 30, 40 years based in Penang. So we are just 4 years old in Penang. So a brief introduction for us will be, we are a global organization. We based in HQ in Paris, and currently we are close to 300,000+ employees worldwide. You can see that we cut across all regions, and Penang is one of the collaboration with the InvestPenang that we started our plan 4 years back. Yep, next. Again, Penang, as I think many speakers already introduced Penang, no matter you are Penangite like me or you are from outside Penang, I think it's a beautiful island. So again, we started humbly small in 2017 with 50 employees. Our first plant in one precinct, your family of Penang. We are slightly near the Sunshine Market. That's our first campus or site. Then again, last year, we also started our second plant that near Agarut. So that's Livington's Tower. And again, thanks to the collaboration with the InvestPenang team as well, we are building our third campus and should be ready in 1 or 2 months' time. We started the renovation. So again, currently, Teleperformance in Penang started 2017 from 50 employees. Now we already crossed the milestone of 2,000+ employees. And the beautiful thing about Teleperformance will be that we are supporting the multilingual hardcount industry, meaning that currently we are supporting close to 23 nationalities kind of in-house employee. Then also in terms of the languages, we support customer close to 18+ languages. So I think this is where the melting pot of diversity and inclusion for a company like Teleperformance. Yep. Next. Okay, I think a lot of people may not understand the nature of business for us. So in a simple layman kind of introduction, we support global brand. Again, if you look at the chart here, I think most of the brand or majority of the brand is pretty familiar to you. So what we provide is a customer care. or can be a troubleshooting, can be any request from the particular global brand, then Teleperformance will have the opportunity to provide the solution to the brand that we support, right? Next. And again, you may ask is, are we a shared service kind of a model? The answer is no, right? So we are in the BPO industry. So again, how do we connect with our client or customer? We call it omni-channel, from a simple voice conversation, like a phone call, to email, and even to some of the social media technology, no matter you're using a Line, WeChat, or WhatsApp. So we have the multiple omni-channel technology in-house that we can support various client demand across the various market that we are supporting, right? That's on omni-channel. Next. Yep, so I think while we are pretty small in Penang with 2,000 plus employees with the diversity of inclusion, so I think great that we also certified as a great place to work last year. So I think that gave us a good recognition in terms of how we run the business locally. Then again, to all of you, I think I saw a lot of questions. No matter you are trainee, no matter you are from Penang looking for a job or outside Penang, these are some of the open positions that currently we have. We have a lot of position on customer care. Later, I'll elaborate more on subsequent slides. Content moderation is something new to everybody, meaning like you will go to any social media, there are a lot of people posting a lot of information, a lot of sharing. You need a lot of technology behind, no matter AI or human intervention, to ensure that all the content are moderated, right? Then also team leaders across the support, then IT technical support, finance and banking, and operation manager, that those experienced folks that in the BPO industry, we are welcome you to apply some open position that we have. Yep, next slide. And again, to be more specific, to have more deep dive on some of the opportunity that you have today. One is that our prerequisite is very simple. First, we welcome all Malaysian, and you need to have a language proficiency. I think all of you should have Bahasa, English, Mandarin, Cantonese, or you have some of the foreign languages is better still, Thai, Japanese, and Korean. I think we do hire a lot of Malaysian with all this unique foreign language. Then also diploma and degree in all types of discipline. Why we say all type of discipline? Because we do support multiple vertical, from engineering, from gaming, social media, and to some of the lifestyle medical products. So again, we need all of you, no matter which background you are in. Then also, I think more importantly that if today you saw some of the speakers shared a lot of opportunity in a factory environment, if today you may think that, hey, factory may not my cup of tea, you want to explore other opportunity, other options as a career options. So I think Teleperformance give you a good opportunity in terms of customer care. And I think we have great career opportunity. We have people that are very successful and across the region to give you a right exposure as a young graduate, right? Next. Yeah, next, I think we will share you a short video to really to sum up, some of our sharing today. Yep, video please.
It's cool to work at Teleperformance, the world's largest contact center company. And you have more to gain when you work at Teleperformance Malaysia. How do I know? Because I work here. Ready? Then pack your swimsuits because we are on a holiday island. Welcome to Penang Island. Yes, Teleperformance Malaysia is located in the sun, sea, and turf of Asia's favorite tourist destination. It is like working on a holiday island. It is also home to Georgetown, the UNESCO World Heritage Site, and the Silicon Valley of the East. Plenty of tech to learn from, plenty to visit and experience on your weekends. And best of all, plenty of the local street food you'll find nowhere else. Number 4, we are the brand behind the big names. Teleperformance Malaysia may be a new multinational company in a small island in Malaysia, but business process outsourcing is huge business. Our innovative model and expertise continue to draw big customers from around the globe. These are exciting times. Think about it. When our potential for growth is so huge, so is yours. Number 3, we speak many languages and dialects. We are a multilingual hub. You can tell how huge we are by the number of languages we use in our daily operations. Our one-stop multilingual hub serves all kinds of companies across Asia-Pacific countries. With a multicultural management team offering world-class workforce and award-winning technologies and processes across all subject matter. Isn't that amazing? Number 2, we come from all over the world. We're a family of joyful people and professionals from all over the world. The result is a cultural melting pot of diverse cultures and cuisines, as well as experiences and expertise. There's always fun activities and smiley. Now, that's a priceless experience. Number 1, we believe in happiness from the inside out. The one thing our bosses here at Teleperformance take really seriously is this. When you're healthy on the inside, you're happy on the outside. And when you're healthy and happy on both the inside and the outside, you're better focused on site. Let's just say it's a workplace where employers and employees are on the same side. It's all about scoring the perfect work-life balance. So, join us for an amazing Teleperformance Malaysia experience. See you soon!
Yeah, that's our final slide. So I think, again, I'm sharing my personal email so that make it easy for you to drop me a personal note. So we have plenty of opportunity, and we are just can't wait to talk to each of you. Yep. Back to you, Yan.
Thank you, Mr. Gan. Thank you to all our speakers for the fruitful sharing. We are really grateful to have all of you to share your experience and knowledge, and also a little bit about and the information about the companies with us in this webinar. So let's move on to the Q&A session. I appreciate if all speakers can turn on your camera for this session. I will now hand over to Dato Lian to moderate this session. Please welcome Dato Lu.
Thank you, Yan, and good morning to all our speakers. I am really grateful for you all to share your Saturday morning with us. And to all the participants this morning, I think we have to appreciate that the speakers this morning are all CEOs and the MDs of their companies, and they have taken their personal time to come and share with you their personal experience and also about the company. So again, a big thank you to all of you. We are all running short of time this morning, so I won't dwell much into the nitty-gritty. I first of all want to just point out that Dalvinder has shown us some very key information about the skills needs that are transforming. I think she shared a slide on the skills of today and the skills of tomorrow. And for the participants, I think that is one of the most important slides that we want to take away today, learning about what are the skills that's important for tomorrow. Dalvinder, just very quickly, what advice would you give to candidates who are looking for jobs? I think we have heard that there's so many jobs available from our speakers and also from all the other industry players. But at the same time, we still have got candidates who state that they have been looking for jobs but are unable to land jobs for them. So what advice would you give to these candidates and also those who are coming out into the job market in the near future?
All right, thank you, Dato. For me, it's very important, the digital skills, right? It has come to the time that it's important that they enhance the digital skills to leverage on the smart tools. For example, like this Microsoft Teams, Zoom, so this is very important for them to, to have it. And the reskilling and the upskilling. So as I mentioned, like I've shared before as well, there is several portals where you can gain knowledge and stay up to date with the development. So we have like such as UDMI, Coursera, PowerU, and so on. So this is where you can excel. But if you, I will share with you all the post-pandemic job hunting guide link again. What is so important is that when the thing is that strong cover letter where your resume is tailored to your profession, whether you are a fresh graduate or a professional looking for a growth, someone who wants to have a career switch. So how can you get your resume to stand out from the competition? That will be very important. So for your resume on the first page, you can highlight what you have done. In the second page, you can put the chronology of your jobs that you have. So I will also always say you update your LinkedIn profile, right? So it allows us to present yourself and also the professional skills to millions of hiring managers and more to be discoverable to employers and agencies. So go through the LinkedIn profile as well. And the last thing is that you must be able to handle rejection, right? So when you are being turned down for a role, you really want to know it's never fun for us to turn down anybody's rejection. We're telling them, okay, you're not suitable. It's just that because we couldn't see from your resume. So that's the reason why I always inform my candidates to have their resumes are tailored with the professions that you are doing. So make sure each and every courses that you have attended, you need to spell it out on your resume so that everyone is aware about this, what is your background, right? And also the skills which is not available, going to be available for tomorrow. As you can, as we have shared, it's very important for you to know. People, we are always hearing robots is going to take our job, or the machines, the AIs, but there's someone who needs to function. So the someone who needs to function, this part is us, the human. So we still have the human touch. So the communication and the relationship building is very important, especially the critical thinking and also analysis. So there is a lot of companies during this COVID-19 pandemic, they have realized sometimes, we was not able to adapt the change faster because we were still doing what we used to do that 30 or 40 years ago. So that's why it's important that you have your networking and influencers as well. But you have to start building up by your own. You need to recognize the patterns and trends. Be up to date. Read to know what is the skills coming up. Because for IT, for example, today is relevant, tomorrow is not. So have this in your, go through like the age market or the BFM, listen to that. You will know what is coming up into the, job space market. Yeah, so that will be my advice. If you have any questions or anything, you can personally reach out to me. I've shared my LinkedIn address as well. So also, I will also share the pandemic post slides which will be important for you all to go through as well. And it will help you.
Great, Dalvinder. Thank you. I think that's very, very good advice and very valid advice. I want to turn to the two gentlemen who will be hiring a lot of engineers. So we have on the one hand SJ or Mr. Tan from Jabil, and he's talked about his exciting products that he's doing. If you look at his video, you would subtly see that Jabil is actually producing the iRobot cleaners as well. I noticed that. His new factories coming out in Batu Kawan. He's talked about his returnee talent, women returning to the workforce. And I think Jabil hires over 10,000 employees. I believe about 14,000 if I get my figures correct, right? You've seen his videos about how they have got training programs that allow employees to be upskilled from technician to engineers. I think that's really good. And then on the other hand, so Jabil is a multinational company, US based. On the other hand, we have Mr. Chuah, founder and chairman of Pentamaster, which has grown leaps and bounds, and it's one of the listed company now in Bursa, hiring over 600 headcounts, of which 400 engineers. expecting high growth, are involved in the production of very highly state-of-the-art technology, testing, and automation equipment. Now, if I'm an engineer, and both of you are hiring engineers, right? And I'm an engineer, and I've just graduated. So tell me, what are the how should I choose multinational or local grown companies? Tell me what do you offer for an engineer? Maybe you start off with SJ.
I was an engineer that had graduated fresh out of college, and was looking for, I had the same question of, multinational or, a local company. And in the end, I did choose a multinational because I wanted to look at something that perhaps, if let's say I can look at other cultures, like if I have enough knowledge already, working for some time in that particular area. I was a test engineer for about 5 years, and after that I felt I would like to try doing test engineering outside outside Penang, or outside the normal Malaysia. I wanted to see what has other Jabil sites offer, what they can offer. So I had the opportunity to go to Jabil San Jose in the US and work there for a short period of time. And yeah, it was a very it opens the mind. It works with different culture, different styles, and after that, I came back. Whatever I've learned there, it actually broadened my skills, my EQ skills. Working people, all kinds of people, and how do we grow from there? And also, a multinational also gave me the opportunity, from test engineering, which was a very technical field, obviously, to a business. I became a business manager and a director after that, working with customers, working the P&L. Remember, I'm an engineer, or actually technically trained, but I had the opportunity to work as a business person who works the profit and loss, who needs to know about financials and so forth, that kind of training, and also to negotiate contracts with the customers and so forth. So it was I feel a multinational offers that, right? And then now I'm back in operations, and again with looking at handling various plants and various people, working with the government agencies and all that. I think I think that has the growth and the learning I had working all these years in Jabil really, I think, prepared me for where I am right now. So that was my choice and the result of my choice.
And maybe SJ, you want to talk about is there, like, if I'm working for a multinational, is there any career path for me to be exposed to regional roles or international roles, and multidisciplinary and multi-departmental?
Yeah. Yes. Of course, Dato. Thanks so much for that question. Yeah, I mean, working in Jabil opens up a lot of how should I say, doors and windows for me, right? I just mentioned about my career, but also what specifically on Jabil it's based on your performance, ability to work. Once you are recognized and once you show that you're willing to do more than what that was presented in front of you, wanting to learn more, it really depends on your appetite. And if your appetite is to grow, we absolutely have that. As you saw that when I started working in Jabil, we were about $50 million revenue, 50 million. Right now we are 2.6 billion. And next year, I think we're going to be at least $3 billion revenue just out of Jabil Penang. So absolutely, we have the capacity for growth absolutely we have the career opportunities, and our main goal is not to hire in talent. We want to grow our internal talent to be promoted, to be taken to the next levels. As you saw, the tenured management and the senior leaderships that we have are all people homegrown from Jabil.
Thank you for that. Mr. Chuah,
Yeah.
I'm a fresh graduate. Tell me why I should seek employment in a local company when there's so many multinationals as well.
Yeah, I think it depends on individual. I wouldn't say whether good or bad to work for multinational or work for local. And I share my presentation just now. I did work for multinational for 4 years, multinational and then Intel. And my experience with them, yes, I learned a lot of things. I got opportunity to travel to US. I got opportunity to expose to their system, their management. But sadly, is I do not know the top boss. Being a young engineer, sometimes you have no access and you only work under superior and then and also I am also being limited to very limited scope of work. You know, let's say, for example, you are in one multinational company, they design a microprocessor. I don't think they allow you to design the whole microprocessor. They only give you maybe 1/10% or 100 or a little bit of the portion of the thing, let you to focus on manufacture, to design and improve. So later I was thinking, I don't have opportunity to learn a lot of things. So I decided to come out and then try my way out. So from there, I learned much more things. Yes, I don't work for local, but I start my own because at that time, there's not many local company. But from today, we have grown our company. We also have opportunity for my staff to what SJ have shared. We send our staff overseas, negotiate contract, talk to my customer in terms of technical thing. These are the things now. I think we are more diverse in the sense means we expose our engineers. That's why language communication are very, very important for a graduate. Language, you must be able to speak, you must be able to talk what you are talking, and we no need salesmen. For technical industry, we no need salesmen. We need technical engineer who talk specs. If we have a salesman, you finish. You start to say, this is the best in the world, this is the best in the world. In technical, there's no such thing of you are the best in the world. That's why I think local company, let's say you're joining Vitrox, Penta, or Me, Greatex, I think you do more things in the sense, like Chinese say, you have to take care of multiple things. See, depending on what you want. You want a pleasure life or you want a stressful life. As I just now in my presentation say, being an engineer, automation engineer, don't think that you have a peaceful life, but you enjoy. You are very challenging in the sense because it's technology keep driving you, and we are doing new things. We are not stagnant on one thing. We keep on evolving to the new technology from one technology domain to another domain. That's why make the job of the engineer very, very interesting. Especially young graduate for internship, you want to see more things. I think local company will be a more suitable one for you in the sense. I'm not saying multinational no good, because local company you are being exposed to more things. You're asked to do more diverse things rather than very single area of things. So I encourage internship to come to local company. I mean, people like us, you see more things. And then from there, you make a choice.
Good. Thank you, Mr. Chuah, and thank you, Mr. Chan. I think whether you join a multinational or whether you join a homegrown company, I think it's very clear that in Penang there's lots of opportunities for technical and engineering graduates. So, and that's actually a happy choice. You come to look for employment in Penang, you have plenty of choices and plenty of exposure to very high tech and very state-of-the-art technology that you probably may not get in other states in Malaysia. So That's a good problem. So either both multinational or homegrown companies offers really good exposure and training. I think the C&D or the remuneration are very competitive in both areas, and both multinationals and local companies offer internship opportunities as well. There's been a lot of questions about internship opportunities. I think try to talk to all these companies or send in your resumes for internship in these companies. And I want to I want to now move to Mr. Gan and the BPO industry. Like what Mr. Gan says, he is different from the two other speakers because he's from the BPO and not the manufacturing industry, right? The BPO is also another area that's grown leaps and bounds in Penang over the last few years, and Teleperformance is one of them. We saw them coming in 3-4 years ago, and they have already hired many talent. Mr. Gan, with the onset of COVID, can you let us know what is the impact on the BPO industry? I mean, BPO used to be very big in India, but India is now fighting very hard against the COVID now. So let us know, in your mind, like if I join the BPO industry, what is the future for me? What is the outlook for me?
Sure, thanks, Dato. So I think same for all industry, I think we are impacted as well a year back. And I think BPO responded very fast. So example, as per today, 97% of my employees are working from home due to pandemic. And look at current situation, I think for next 6 months, I think that will be a status quo. So I think that's one changes that we used to be brick and mortar. Now we are talking of working from home. Then also, I think the opportunity that Dato you mentioned, yes, we welcome all the Penang talent to work in Penang. We welcome you are not from Penang to relocate to Penang. And we also provide you the third option, right? Cloud campus, working from home, working from your house. You may be based in Kota Kinabalu, you may be based in Johor Bahru, and you think that you want to explore your career with us. So I think back to your question, Dato, I think we have responded well to the pandemic. And as mentioned by you, I think we are very new industry for Penang, also overall for Malaysia. A great opportunity. We do have people that spend 10 to 15 years in the BPO industry from our sister plant. But of course, in Penang, we're humbly small. And we do have senior managers or management team that already past 3 years still with the team. So I think with the young graduates that we have, our current age is around averaging 26 or 7 years old. So I think it's a good opportunity for option on the table. If you love the multinational, go ahead. I think Penang, we have 300 plus multinational as shared early on. If you think you want to explore other environment like us in BPO, we are welcome you to explore, talk to us and understand more what can you offer as a fresh graduate and what's your choice. I think there are plenty choice in Penang. Yep.
Thank you, Mr. Gan. I think we're running really short of time, so prior to closing this session, I would like to pass the floor to each speaker to see whether to ask if you have any last words for our listeners today. Dalvinder?
Thank you, Dato. So just as you know, we are living in the strange times right now. So there is an opportunity. Do not give up. Find, do contact all of us. We can see how we can help you all. And our aim is for you all to have a job and with a earning power, if we can, to sustain for moving forward as well. So should you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact us. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. SJ?
Firstly, thanks. Thank you, for attending this, for all the attendees and also, the folks who are just interested. We do have again a lot of opportunities, and we do welcome whoever that's just also just want to seek to learn more about Jabil and all that. We'd be happy to share and stay safe in these very trying times. And we really look forward to seeing you all at our campuses. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chuah.
Yeah, I think to all the graduate, job opportunities a lot. And especially in Penang, we are a shortage of engineers. We are desperate for engineers. And we do hire a lot. And then whether experience or no experience, it's your attitude that play the important part in your life. Don't say, I don't have experience, I dare not to apply. Go ahead and try. And we welcome, female as well. Some female say, oh, I come here, whether I got chance or not. Automation, in fact, surprisingly, we see a lot of female engineers performing much better than male engineers. I'm not saying male engineers are not good, So usually female engineers, they say, this is not a suitable domain for us or territory for us. But this is not true. In engineering field today, it's a lot of IT, programming, brain work, wisdom, intelligence. We don't need you to carry heavy weight. Engineering don't carry heavy weight. Don't carry smana anymore. Brain to do programming, use your brain to do design. This is what I advise. There's no discrimination against, male or female. Okay.
Thank you. So for the girls in science, there you are. Thank you for that. Mr. Gunn.
Yeah, I think to all the job seekers, right, I think there are a few key messages. I think one is hungry to win, continue to explore opportunity, explore option like us in BPO. If you may not like or your preference of 9 to 5, you want to be more flexible, you want to work from home, and for whatever reason, you may major in mechanical, electrical, or even a simple finance, social science, we welcome you to talk to us. I think we have plenty of opportunity. And yet, I think for a lot of job seekers, I think a lot of prototype jobs that they are pretty familiar. But for companies that Teleperformance or BPO industry, I think we offer a tons of opportunity. So explore our website. And today, I shared my personal email so that you don't have to submit your CV to the long queue of a career website. So you have a personal email from me. So stay in touch. Drop me an email, then we'll talk. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you again to all the speakers. And I will hand this back to Lian. Thank you, Lian.
Thank you. Thank you, Dato. Due to the limited time, we apologize if we did not cover your questions during the Q&A session. However, feel free to get in touch with Jabil, Pentamaster, Teleperformance Malaysia, and ManpowerGroup via the links or email addresses shown on the screen if you would like to know more about the companies. You may also reach out to Penang Cat Center via email or phone call should you have more questions. For more programs to come, do follow Penang Cat Center's Facebook as we will share more via our Facebook page. Lastly, we appreciate you being here. We hope you had a great time and lots of takeaway from today's session. Once again, thank you to all the speakers for sharing your knowledge and insights with us. And to the participant, thanks again for joining us today, and we hope to meet you again in our future Onwards and Upwards Explore New Career series. Stay safe and goodbye.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Have a good nice weekend.